Today's video is going to be my fantasy minimal makeup collection. I have been talking about lately that I just have been wearing less makeup, less dramatic makeup, keeping it more simple on an everyday routine. And I actually wish I had a much smaller makeup collection, but I just don't want to declutter things and then regret it later on because I've had that happen to me in the past. And most of my makeup I did by myself. I have gotten some things in PR, but I just don't want to get rid of stuff and then later regret it. But I think slowly over time, I am hoping to minimize the size of my makeup collection. So, you know, in a fantasy world, if I were just starting over, having a more minimal collection, these are the products that I would buy. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and let us know what you think. Like, do you have a minimal collection? Do you wish you did? Let us know. I want to hear all about it and let's get into it. All right, let's start with base products. And I definitely would want to have a primer because even if I'm wearing just a little bit of concealer, I do like to put on primer first because it just smooths out my skin and helps that last longer throughout the day. And a great starting point would be the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. I love this. It is a great pore primer. I'm wearing this today. This one's actually almost done. I would totally repurchase. It's like $5 or $6 and it's a really great smoothing primer. I'm definitely super into that. Okay, a lot of days I have not worn foundation. I've worn just a little bit of concealer. But today I am wearing foundation. And lately, my top two favorite foundations in my collection have been this one from e.l.f., which is what I'm wearing today. This one I've repurchased so many times over the years. It is the Flawless Satin Finish. This shade in light ivory matches me very well. Lasts well throughout the day, medium coverage. I have very normal skin, and I love this foundation. Like I said, I'm wearing it today. It's really amazing. My other favorite foundation lately has been this one, though, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Haven't been reaching for a foundation on an everyday basis, but a lot of days when I have wanted foundation, I find myself wanting to use this one because it just looks so good. I don't know, it just looks really flattering on my skin. Can't really explain why, but it does. It has great lasting power, also medium coverage. There's just something about it that I feel like it looks like skin. It doesn't look like you're wearing heavy makeup. I don't know, but this, seriously, I've been loving this. For concealer, I definitely would want to have a concealer. Like I said, even if I'm wearing minimal makeup, concealer is one of the few things I would be wearing. And there's a lot of concealers I like, but lately my favorite one has been the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I just really enjoy this. It's creamy. It's like medium coverage. It's not a full coverage concealer, but I don't want a full coverage concealer. And it just doesn't look like dry or cakey on the under eyes. It works on the face. This is a really good concealer. I love it. What shade do I have? N4. Yeah, I bought this, I think last year when there was a major sale on the Natasha Denona website, and I seriously love this concealer. It's really good. Okay, something I would really want because I find myself using this type of product regularly, and that is a liquid highlighter. I would pick the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I've used some other ones. I like to mix this in either with primer or foundation, or just put like a little bit on and then do a little concealer and even call it a day. Like I said, I've been doing minimal makeup, but a liquid highlighter is often part of that minimal makeup routine. And this is my favorite. I like other liquid highlighters, I do, but this one, it's one that I have really loved. Okay, bronzer. Now, bronzer is something I really enjoy wearing, and I'd want to have a powder bronzer and a cream bronzer because I like to have my options. Today I'm wearing powder bronzer. Even with more minimal makeup days, I have wanted to wear bronzer, and this cream bronzer is amazing. I have several others that I like, so it's kind of hard to pick, but this is the one I've used a lot lately, and it is the Revolution Cream Bronzer. I have shade in light. It is lovely. This undertone works really well for my skin tone, and it's just really good, and it's really pretty, so love it. Now, I do want to have a powder bronzer too, and I decided to pick this one from ColourPop in Silver Strand Beach. This blends very, very well. This has been one of my go-to powder bronzers lately, and I love it. I love the formula. I love the shade, the undertone. It's great. Okay, I need to mention powder, and I only need one powder. I really should. I want to just get rid of like all my powders, except for this one because I love it so much. It is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Powder. I have shade Fair Light. The reason I love this so much is that it works on my under eyes and my whole face. So many powders look terrible on my under eyes and my concealer still creases, but not with this one. And it just works on my face. I have normal skin, but I like to set with a little bit of powder to keep everything in place. This is like $4, something like that. This is my second one. And I feel like I don't need my other powders anymore. I really, at some point, I need to just let them go. But, you know, a bit of that emotional attachment I have to makeup. But that's really the only one that I need. Okay, let's talk blush. You know, I'd want to have one cream, one powder. You know, eventually I'd maybe want like a few cream blushes. For powder blush, really my number one is Charlotte Tilbury and Pillow Talk. So this is the one that I would pick. I have used this so much. It is a lovely mauve shade. It's got a satin finish. It's a beautiful color and a beautiful formula. I have nothing negative to say about it. Now, cream blush, this was harder to pick because I've been kind of rotating through my cream blushes. This is one that I've used quite a bit lately though, and I really like it. It is the Revolution Super Dewy Liquid Blush in You Had Me at First Blush. It is a bright pink and it is so pretty. It looks just like it does in the tube. I can just put a little bit on though, and it's lovely. This is very good lasting power. Beautiful cream blush, but I have so many that I love. I love the ColourPop blush sticks. I love the ColourPop serum blushes, also the Rare Beauty ones. There are a lot that I like, so even if I had a minimal makeup collection over time, I'd probably want to have like 4 or 5 cream blushes. That would still be, you know, minimal for me because I have way more than that right now, but that one's great. For powder highlighter, I did decide to pick one because I would just want to have Champagne Pop. I love Champagne Pop. I'm wearing Champagne Pop today. There's just something so beautiful and finely milled about this Becca formula and this shade in particular. It works really great for me and I love it. I have nothing negative to say. I have an emotional attachment to Champagne Pop and I'd always want to have it in my collection. I would. That's just, you know, is what it is. Okay, let's talk about some bare minimum basic products that I would just need to have. First up, brows. I am so into this Benefit Brow Pencil. I can't even believe it. I didn't even try this for the first time until like the last year. And it's so good. It's the best brow pencil I've ever used. I can't really describe it. I'm wearing it today. I have shade number 6 or 9. 6 or 9. Is it 6 or 9? I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I love it. And then I love me a tinted brow mascara, e.l.f. Wow Brow. A lot of days I don't bother with a pencil. I just wear this, and this one is just so good. It adds volume. It's amazing. I have shade, oh my gosh, they write these so small, deep brown. I'm wearing this today. I've repurchased that many times. It's awesome. All right, eye primer. Even if I'm wearing just a little bit of eyeshadow, even if it's just a little bronzer in the crease, I do wear eye primers. So my favorite is the Alter Ego eyeshadow base. It's just a clear eye primer. It's amazing. I love it. It's $7 and I love it. Another like bare necessity that I need, mascara. And this has been my go-to mascara for many years. L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. Fantastic volume, does not flake or smudge throughout the day. It's awesome. Okay, so if we were being super minimal here, I would want to have, I'm going to say 2 palettes. So I picked one larger palette, one smaller palette. For the smaller palette, I went with the Urban Decay Naked Sin. It's really basic, but it's what I've been into lately. It's a good formula. It's very pretty. You've got some kind of like pinky tones, very neutral, great for travel, has the mirror. I would definitely would want something like that that's travel friendly, and it's amazing. And then for a larger palette, the ColourPop Gone Matte. I am so surprised with myself by how much I love this. It's obviously an all matte palette, but you just kind of have like all the mattes that I would want. You've got some pinkier tones, cool tones. You've got a black, warm tones. It's it's a really well done palette, and this formula is super smooth and blendable. I really, really love it. So if I had a minimal collection, I'd probably start with 2 palettes. Maybe then I'd want to like get it up to 5 or 6, but I don't need as many palettes as I have, and I have like 160, guys. I do want to declutter my collection more. I really, really do, but I'm not ready for it. All right, last up is lip products. Lip liner. Obsessed with lip liner. These two have been probably my most used lately. The Kiko Creamy Color Lip Liner in shade 20. This is the one I'm wearing today. It's awesome. Great formula. Definitely would want to buy more colors. Fantastic. And then my other favorite formula, the MAC ones. I love the MAC lip liners. This is in the shade Spice, which I've worn a lot, but I have like 5 of these. This is a more warm toned, neutral, but it's amazing. I'm totally obsessed. And then these are pretty much the only 2 lipsticks that I've been wearing. Today I'm actually wearing a different lipstick. I'm wearing a liquid lipstick that I haven't really worn in a while. I like it, but for the last few months, these are pretty much the only ones I've used. MAC and Myth, which is a super pale nude. I don't wear it on its own, but I like to wear this in the center of the lips with lip liner that is darker, obviously, and then a bit of gloss. And I've just worn this a lot. Like I said, pretty much this year, this lipstick and this one are like the only 2 I've worn. And this is the Natasha Denona My Dream lipstick. This is a darker neutral, but it's just kind of like, it's just a neutral shade. I can't really describe it. It's not anything exciting. It's not. But I like this formula. It's very long lasting and it's a beautiful shade. I do love gloss, and I think I would start with 2. One more like a brown neutral. This is the one I'm wearing today, and this is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Stone. I like these in the cream finish. The ones with the shimmer I found have too much shimmer for me, but these in the cream finish I really like. This one's super pretty, and I love it. And then I also love the Pat McGrath glosses, so I'd probably want a few of them, you know, over time. I decided to pick this one in Divine Rose to start with so that I had like a more pinky mauve color that I would want to wear when I'm in the mood for the pinky mauve eyeshadow. And really, honestly, if this is all the makeup I had right now, I would be totally satisfied. I could do tons of different looks. I really could. And I do feel like having less is a more exercise in creativity. But like I said, I don't want to let go of things and regret it, but I am definitely working on decluttering more, having a more minimal makeup collection. I'm definitely like headed in that direction, but I don't want to do it too fast because again, I don't want to like suddenly then be like, wait, I want to wear like full glam, like bright pink and blue eyeshadow and then not have that and then have to buy things that, you know, I have currently, you know, you get it. But that is it for this video. Let us know what you think. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.